morning. Are you guys sick of seeing me yet? Oh, we are on day 3 at the hospital.
Well, maybe it was fate when you walked in the door. I could have sworn I've seen your face before. So glad that you said hi, 'cause I was way too shy. What would have happened?
Hospital. It's 7:30. Doctor came in not too long ago just to go over stuff again. Blood pressures were still high last night. So just letting you guys know if you don't know, because I didn't know. It's funny, this is my 4th pregnancy. 3rd pregnancy dealing with high blood pressure situations. And it's still different than all the rest. Xander, some of you know, some of you probably didn't know, was actually born at 34 weeks for high blood pressure. But for him, it was I went in because I wasn't feeling right. And it wasn't like hospital stay. It was, oh, you're having this baby now. Like, they induced me, had him. Bjorn, I did not deal with anything crazy when it came to high blood pressure. He was induced at 38 weeks just due to me dealing with a lot of contractions and his heart not handling it well, eventually turning into a C-section due to his heart not handling the contractions well. And then Freya was born at 37 weeks, just because I had mild preeclampsia. And they're like, okay, 37 weeks, that's where we're comfortable. Like, you're barely full term, but you're full term. And risk versus reward, we're going to have baby at 37 weeks. That way, we don't have to worry about this blood pressure stuff anymore. Well, with this one, it's like borderline. So they don't want that top number to be over 140. And that bottom number to be over 90. And my bottom numbers have been fine, but my top numbers have been in the 140s, 150s, even 160s, 70s sometimes. 140s, 150s are not great, but manageable. 160s, 170s are danger zone. They really, really, really don't like those numbers. So that's where everything's coming in concern, is because I've had those jumps into the danger zone. That's when they start talking like, okay, is it worth, it's the risk versus reward again. Is it worth taking baby now? Because high blood pressure like that isn't good for my body. It isn't good for the baby's body. Or can we get them at least manageable? Yes, they still might be high in the 140s, 150s, but manageable with medication. So yeah, that's where we're at. Doctor this morning said we're just monitoring that. He doesn't want me to eat, just in case. So no breakfast to show you this morning. Just little sips of water. That is it. I'm mainly sharing this because I feel like you just never know. Like I said, this is my 4th baby. Not my first baby dealing with blood pressure. And it's still, every time, so different. Things can change. And it's funny because I keep getting messages with like, oh, just rest, Cambriea, blah, 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 blah. But they got this cuff on me that goes off anywhere from every 30 minutes to every hour, depending on if my blood pressures are behaving or not. Right now, it's at every hour. So there ain't no resting going on. Plus, we're in a hospital. I would definitely be getting better rest at home. But I also know this is the safest place to be for baby and I. It's just really hard. It's really hard to leave the kids. I don't leave the kids. Like, Bobby and like the boys have gone on vacations and stuff. And even that's really hard on me. Like, I've never, ever left Freya overnight. I'm trying to think if there's been any time. So, this hospital stay is the first day that I've, like, left Freya. But there's always been someone. I've never left, like, everyone for a long period of time. There's always been someone. So, Mom and Dad get home tomorrow. They're leaving today, get home tomorrow. They are driving, so no matter what happens, at least at this point, even if they aren't home today, we are going into the weekend. It's Friday, so if baby's delivered today, I could call my aunt. She really wouldn't have to do anything with the kids when it came to school or anything because of the weekend. And then Mom and Dad would be home tomorrow. And that would just give me a lot of peace of mind of the kids are taken care of. Bobby can be here with me. All the things. I just really hope if anything does happen, like, it's really, really rare for any baby at 34 weeks to not have NICU time. But, like, I have heard stories where they didn't need NICU time or they only needed, like, 2 or 3 days and they still went home with Mom. And that's what I really want. NICU is not fun. It's not fun at all. Done it twice. Xander was in the NICU for 10 days. Bjorn was in the NICU for an entire month because he needed surgery. Freya's the only baby that I ever got to take home with me. And after having an experience of actually being able to take your baby home, makes you really want to take your baby home. So, yeah. I'll pop back on once I know more or have more to chat about. But I think I've got you all caught up here. I have also been sharing on Instagram a little bit more like in time. But I know a lot of you guys don't have Instagram. So that's why I'm also sharing over here. So, don't get me wrong. I know Bobby is great with the kids. I know. Oh, in my last video, my little meltdown. A lot of people are letting me know that kids are fine and everything. And I know that. I also know, like, the boys are so, like, emotionally in tuned that they get very anxious and nervous. I know Xander ended up getting sent home early today because he got sick at school, and pretty sure it's just nerves, just being anxious because Mom's here and all the things. And I know when they were here last night, Bjorn was saying, he's like, I just don't know why I can't get rid of all these nerves and anxiety. And I'm like, I let him know. I'm like, it's okay. I'm like, this is the safest place for Mama to be with the baby, so don't need to be anxious. But man, that makes it hard. It makes it hard as a mom, because I know they're nervous. Freya doesn't understand, which is probably a good thing. Oh, but yeah, just sitting here. I have diners, drive-ins, and dives on right now. Football game's on tonight, but it's on Peacock, so I don't think I'll be able to watch it. Might be able to get on my phone, but then I also wonder, should I watch the football game or not? Because I am a huge Packers fan, and I don't. Will that be good for my nerves and anxiety? Oh, but yeah. Hopefully, I can talk to the doctor soon and just get some sort of game plan of what's going on. Because honestly, like, being able to rest and relax here isn't happening. Because, one, there ain't no real rest going on. It's loud. It's uncomfortable. I'm strapped to these wires. And it's really hard to relax in a situation like this. So, I know it's the safest place to be. I do. But at the same time, if I can go home, I want to go home. I promise I'll be good if I can go home. but we shall see. I know. Part of me feels like I might be stuck here for a while. You may be getting these daily updates every day on Cambriea and Bobby because I have nothing better to do. Me again. It is almost 2:30 in the afternoon. Finally get to eat because I have not eaten in nearly 20 hours. I am so tired. This whole, like, relax, get rest while you're in the hospital. Let's be real. That doesn't happen. Oh, also, hopefully you guys don't mind this very amateur filming because I'm trying to keep you guys up to date, but there ain't nothing fancy going on here. And I don't have a tripod or anything, so. But I am glad that I get to eat now. However, I'm also nervous that I'm going to eat this and then my blood sugars are going to do what they, not blood sugars. Blood sugars have been fine. My blood pressures are going to act wonky again because that's what's been happening. They've been okay, and then they go weird, and then they tell me I shouldn't eat just in case, and then I'm starving. So I will say I'm like a little nervous, like, am I gonna eat this and then I'm gonna go like a nearly 24 hours again before I get a meal? Oh, because last night I got very, very little food because by the time I was told I could eat again, the kitchen and stuff was closed. And Bobby had brought food with the kids, which was great, but it wasn't till most of that food was gone that then I was told I could eat again. So, yeah. But I'm just kind of keeping you guys posted as I'm posted. I'd jump on more if I had more information. I wish I had more information. Bobby keeps messaging me and my family keeps messaging me, asking. I'm like, I don't know. I wish I knew. I wish I had more info, but I feel like everything's just up in the air. I'm just sitting here. This is the food I got. It's just a salad, grilled chicken sandwich again. I'm probably just going to stick with this whole thing of salad and either a burger or a chicken sandwich because my sugars have been doing good with these. Otherwise, their menu has like a lot of that I'm just not 100% sure how my sugars will do with. So I'd rather just stick with the stuff that I know is working. Just to make it easy. Plus, I know they're good. Like, can't go wrong with a grilled chicken sandwich or a hamburger and then a salad. If you couldn't tell, I'm free. Right. The goods are got. Got my medication, I got my blood pressure cuff, I got everything. So now I can go home. Thank goodness my Walgreens is open late because the only reason they're letting me go home tonight is because I could get my prescription tonight and not be late. All right, I am officially home. Got my blood pressure monitor. I got my medication. Already had all the kids come in and give their hugs and kisses and everything, even though it's late and everything. So, very, very happy to be home and hopefully stay home for a couple more weeks before we evict this baby. But I'm definitely going to sleep so much better tonight than I have the past couple of nights. And that'll be nice. And I think stress-wise, be a lot less stressful being home than in the hospital. So, I have to take up. Good morning. I'm outside. Dogs are outside. Feels very nice to be home. I definitely slept so much better last night. I'm still really tired and sore, but I think the tired and sore is just from multiple days of not sleeping well. But very nice to be home. So the doctor was going back and forth all day about if he was going to let me go home or not. And the biggest thing being because trying to figure out where my blood pressure was going to level out at, plus figuring out the medication they wanted to put me on. They knew what medication they wanted to put me on, but the amount. So by 7:30 last night, he finally decided that everything they were doing at the hospital, I could do at home, and I'd be getting better sleep, less anxiety and everything by coming home. Whew, I have the hiccups though again. So, as long as I could get my prescription last night, he was okay with me coming home. So that is why I was able to come home last night. Still checking my blood pressures regularly, just like we were at the hospital. Taking that blood pressure medicine at 9 every single day, 9 a.m., 9 p.m. And then if my blood pressure spikes, I have to go back in. He basically told me right now it's a situation of if baby came today, baby would be fine, but there would be NICU time. If you're wondering what the noise is in the background. But every day, this little babe can stay inside, the better. More likely to not have NICU stay, the more. So luckily I've had my 2 steroid shots, so whenever this happens, it happens. But it's just at this point, it's one day at a time. He pretty much told me it's pretty much a ticking time bomb of when they're gonna say, nope, okay, we're done. We're evicting baby. But it's just watching it very closely and figuring out, all right, baby safer in, baby safer out. Every single day, just weighing those options and keeping an eye on everything. So that's where we're at. So I'm home. I'm not on full bed rest, just take it easy, partial bed rest type situation. So yeah. But that's one thing I did want to say. So I know getting a lot of messages and stuff. And I figured I would touch on preeclampsia and hypertension because it's pretty common in pregnancy. But I got a lot of comments over the past couple days, so I wanted to touch on some things. One, if you are pregnant, no, nothing you are doing caused your hypertension or your preeclampsia. That's purely because you're pregnant. I've had a lot of people commenting about how I overdid it and things like that, and that's why my blood pressure spiked, and that's not the situation. It would have spiked no matter what. It's a cause of pregnancy, not me cleaning my house. The other thing of how to fix it, there are things that help, but really the only way to fix it is having the baby. So definitely a situation if you are dealing with hypertension or preeclampsia or anything. You didn't do anything to cause it. It is what it is. Actually, the nurse on day 1, I say this as I look at Bobby, told me that 50% of the time it's actually the husband's fault. So
Not my fault.
you can always blame your husband, because just like gestational diabetes being caused by the hormones from the placenta, often the hormones from the placenta also cause the high blood pressure. I guess they did a test on women that had multiple children and different fathers, and it showed that Like if they got preeclampsia or something with one baby, it was usually with the same dad. And then they could go and have a pregnancy with a whole nother guy and not get it at all. So, interesting. But yeah, that's where we're at. Figured I'd fill you guys in. I'm going to now probably just quickly throw this video together. Like I said, there's been no like fancy editing in these videos. I am packing my hospital bag today though. Good. Hospital bag is getting packed and put into my car. That way it's ready. Because yeah, I did learn that I'm also packing a towel for the hospital because their towels are about the size of a hand towel. So that got added to my list. But yeah, that's where we are. Taking it easy, relaxing, doing pretty much everything I was doing at the hospital, but being able to do it at home. So that's really, really nice. Oh, honestly, just even right now, sitting outside, fan on. It's not horribly hot out right now because it's still early. Feels so nice. So nice. But see you guys next time. Bye.